Welcome to the Awakened Heart, my dear. This is a podcast for healing women, a place where your voice matters, your body is sacred, and your journey home to yourself is honored, no matter how winding the road. I'm Autumn Moran, life coach in the world, licensed professional counselor in the state of Texas, yoga instructor worldwide, but ultimately your companion on this divine sacred path we call healing. Today's bonus episode is for anyone staring into their fridge feeling empty inside. For anyone who feels dread at the thought of planning another fucking meal. Another grocery trip. Another week of figuring out what to feed yourself or your family. Oof. The stress. If you've been feeling burned out by food decisions, meal planning, or grocery shopping, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not broken. You are burned out. And burnout in the kitchen is so real. It's not about laziness or lack of discipline. It's about emotional labor, decision fatigue, and the weight of the daily survival needs when your body, mind, and soul is exhausted. So let's talk about why this burnout happens. Every day, your brain makes thousands of micro decisions. When you're neurodivergent, trauma experienced, overstressed, overstretched, or simply human, meal planning becomes one more exhausting demand. Feeding yourself and others is more than just food. It's a financial decision. Do I have the budget for it? It's a health decision. Is this nourishing me? It's an emotional decision. Will I even want to eat this later? It's a family decision. Will the kids eat it? Will my partner complain? It's trauma echoes. If you grew up with food scarcity, controlling food dynamics, diet culture, or emotional neglect, planning meals now may trigger deep grief, overwhelm, and defiance. And if you're feeding a family, multiply that by everyone's preferences, sensory needs, allergies, and emotional states. For many women, food burnout is a sign of life burnout. It's not that you can't figure out what to cook. It's that your nervous system is fried. You're done making decisions. You're depleted. And no offense to Pinterest, but because I love Pinterest. But if you're like me, my family forbids me to make Pinterest meals because I've had such epic fails. Like if I'm making a new dish, the first question is it from Pinterest? And I hear you thinking, okay, this better not be another crockpot episode because sis, I ain't doing that shit anymore. Let me tell you, I've been through so many crockpots. I've tried so many crockpot meals, and it is another layer of, I'm not eating that in my house if it's in a crockpot. Like, people will starve. I'm not a bad cook, so I'm not, even if I'm a bad cook, even if you're a bad cook, it's okay. These things are seemingly helpers, Pinterest and crockpotting, but the food quality kind of sucks. I understand burnout in the kitchen. I started slowly. That's just a little bit of my experience. So when my youngest was about 16, 17, I really started to mess up meals. I really started having a hard time planning meals or planning grocery shopping. So I had a 16, 17-year-old and a 19, 20-year-old at the time. So I started just having them tell me what they wanted. This had been going on for a while, but that was more in depth at this time. I was like, I'm losing my spoons. I need help. And then I incorporated them each cooking a meal one at a time. It was messy. You had to teach them. You had to take time. The kitchen was messy. So it didn't always take my stress away in the way I had imagined it, but it does take some stress off if I let go of the control and let go of the mess. But fast forward, so it was a long journey. I quit cooking. I was so burnt out and did not get ahead of it, did not take care of it that I quit. I quit cooking. I essentially gave everyone the grocery shopping app and I said, pick your meals. Then I would go in and I would narrow it down and discuss and make it appropriate budget-wise. I gave up. I quit. And it took them years. It was hard because they were like, please feed me. Please feed me. And I was like, I'm not getting in the kitchen. I'm not getting in the kitchen. And I didn't. Fast forward 5 years, I'm in the kitchen now. I'm creating good, healthy foods, all natural, from scratch, mostly. It just took me some time to get over the decision fatigue, the overwhelm, the demand, because I have PDA. If I tell myself to do something, I'm like, girl, you better shut up. Don't tell me what to do. Okay. So sidestepping, let's get back to the episode. Just letting you know you're not alone. My story may be a little extreme because I did quit cooking. I quit. I don't know how to explain it other than my burnout got so bad that I quit, and I'm here to help you so that doesn't happen to you. So here are some signs meal burnout might be hitting you. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. Take a sip, take a drink, take a breath. How about you're eating the same thing on repeat because you can't think of anything else? And I am not knocking a safe food. If you are in a safe food zone and that fits you, as long as it's got proteins, fat, and fiber, I'm all about it. If your safe food is like, I don't know. If your safe food doesn't give you at least 15 to 20 grams of protein, try to add it. Put some fiber powder in your water or drink of choice. It's clear, it's tasteless, odorless. Trust me, I've put it in water and it worked well. Well, don't trust me. We have different appetites, we have different palates, so give it a try. Benefiber is what it is. Okay, what if you skip meals and snack aimlessly instead? Instead of having that protein-rich meal with a side and a veggie, you have chips and a sandwich. You have cookies and candy. I'm not sure. Brain's farting around right now, but you see what I'm saying. Another side of burnout, grocery shopping feels overwhelming and draining. If you haven't, use the apps. I think I'm getting into it later, so I don't want to get on my bandwagon, but use the apps. How about relying on takeout more than feels good for your budget or health goals? We've been here. We've done that. I mean, sometimes I would sit and look at my monthly expenses on ordering out. Girl could have went around the world. Or how about feeling guilt, shame, or numbness around food choices? Being numb around food choices, like not knowing. If you are neurodivergent, there is what's called avoidant restrictive food intake disorder. It can be really extreme. It can be very subtle, but it's kind of like where textures, colors, smells, taste, all really mess with you. If something is green, other than lettuce or a cucumber or a bell pepper, I'm not eating it. If it's something I need to drink and it's green, it better turn it purple in some way, put more blueberries in it, not having it. Can't taste it. So you may feel guilt, shame, or numbness around food choices because everyone else seems to be able to eat everything but a burger. Everyone else seems to be able to put this pizza in their mouth, but I can't because it's got olives on it or something like that. Like, don't compare yourself. Acknowledge that you may have some restrictions going on because of your neurodivergence. Honor it. Have safe foods. Find healthy, safe meals that you can rotate. And that's micro choices, one meal at a time. With the assumption that you're focusing on protein, fats, and fiber. So if any of these signs of burnout have you nod in your head, this is normal. You are not alone, my dear. Let's talk about ways to bring more ease into feeding yourself without shame or overwhelm. First off, let's remove the pressure to meal prep perfectly. You don't need Instagram-worthy meals. You need food that nourishes you enough to keep going. It's not about prepping for the whole week. Just prep for a few days We have shopping apps. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is all you're capable of doing. Do that. Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, put in a shopping list for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and go pick it up. Buy pre-cut veggies or invest in some veggie choppers if you prefer to cut your own, but want easy. These veggie choppers where you just chop it up and sit it in there, lovely. A rotisserie chicken and microwavable veggies and rices and macs and cheeses, those count. Those all have microwavable options with good ingredients. I think Auntie Anne's or Aunt Annie's, the company that does organic foods with a little bunny half the time, I think it is. They have good macs and cheeses that have good ingredients. Give yourself permission to go simple and easy, even if you have a family used to the full shebang. And do it without guilt. Simple meals still equate love. Involve the family. Let each person pick a meal within reason. Let them come up with food ideas if they're old enough. And let each person in the family cook a meal. I hear you. I said it earlier, the mess, the teaching, but it still gives you a break. And don't let your partner be any other way but supportive and in on it, because they live in the house too. It is their shared home, their shared family that they need to provide for. And the kitchen is not just the women's job. We all live in the house. So do not let weaponized incompetence come at you and then make a shitty meal. If they make a shitty meal, then do it again. Here's this stuff. I'm going to buy it again so you can do better. I don't know. That's a little petty. It needs a conversation if weaponized incompetence comes into play and your partner is not supportive of this change. You are not the sole cooker person. And then even if your kids are cooking, you can set up a space, let them do it, be the foreman, guide them, coach them, but let them do the action so you can sit back and sip a nice glass of water. Scroll on the phone, journal while they're chopping, talk to them while they're chopping, not solving anything, but just spending quality time with your kiddos. Choose easy wins. Keep staple foods on hand. Frozen meals you actually like. There are some really good brands with really good ingredients, minimal ingredients. The Real Good brand, is it Evolve or Love brand, are pretty good. Pre-cooked rice or quinoa. They've got little packages now of even the healthy brands where you can put it in the microwave. Bagged salads, deli meats and cheeses, fruit cups. Ease is not failure. Ease is wisdom. We can have PB&Js and some chips, PB&Js and some fruit for dinner. If you got boys like I had, you're like, yeah, right. Well, they can eat 4 PB&Js a piece. Just buy a loaf of bread. Like, it's okay. And please ask for help. I said this earlier and I'll say it again. Partners can cook for one night or handle grocery pickup. You're fucking partners. Be partners. Help each other. Support each other. If this is not happening, go to therapy. You don't have to do this alone. I mean, if you avoid grocery pickup because this or that, stop getting in your own way. Let go of some of that control of they're going to pick the wrong produce or they're not always going to get it right. And allow them to mess up sometimes. That's okay, because that little mess up is minuscule to the stress it takes away from being in the grocery store and doing that. Let go of some of that control. If you feel like they're not going to get your meals right, you don't have to leave that parking lot until you review all your bags. And then if there's something wrong with it, you walk right up to that curbside door and they will help you exchange it. There is an option. Don't get in your way. Use a service that's meant to help. And release performative cooking. If you're only cooking what you should eat but never want it, it's okay. And to ask yourself, what sounds good right now? Your worth is not measured by your macros or your plating skills. If you have a sandwich for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that's okay. Just feed yourself 3 times a day. All right, let's take a deep breath. Take a nice inhale through the nose. Feel your feet on the ground if you can. Here's some thought prompts I want to ask you. What feels easiest to eat today? What feels easiest to eat in the next 2 to 3 days? Because the thing about the 2 or the 3 day meal plan is that a neurodivergent brain becomes overwhelmed past 2 or 3 options. So if you work with 2 to 3 day increments, you can minimize that overwhelm because you've only got shorter periods of time to worry about, to focus on. How about this question? If I released shoulds, what sounds nourishing right now? Last question. How can I bring just 5% more ease into feeding myself and others this week? What micro step can you take this week to ease the burden just a little bit? To give yourself permission to not be perfect, to not have it all figured out, or have the most presentable meal on the table. Repeat after me and your mind are loud. It is affirmation time. Reminds me of the Pee Wee Herman. Heck a licky high, make a hiney ho thing. Here we go. My worth is not measured by what I cook. Feeding myself and others with ease is enough. I am allowed to choose simplicity. I am allowed to rest. I am enough. If anything sticks with you today, remind yourself, my worth is not measured by what I cook. Your worth is not measured by what you cook for yourself or for others. You are more than just what you put on a table. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. All right, wrapping it up. Please share this with anyone who feels the burnout of food decisions. And if you have any gentle meal hacks, share them in the DMs. Please share them in the messaging, share them with me. I'd love to share with the listeners what your tips and tricks are if you've experienced burnout. Once again, this bonus episode is part of a people-pleasing series. If you want to dive deeper into this topic, the episode before it is about people-pleasing, and next week's episode on Wednesday is about why you can't stop people-pleasing and how to truly heal. If you're craving more support for your healing journey, head to my Linktree. It's all there. I offer private sessions for therapy if you're in Texas, life coaching if you're outside the state and abroad. Whether you're healing trauma, navigating a big life shift, or just ready to come home to yourself, it is my honor, my passion, and my joy to hold space for women just like you every single friggin' day. Fill out a consultation request via my Linktree for a free 15-minute chat to see if we're a good fit. Also, put some good stuff in your ears. Check my badass playlist out there, Divine Women. It is a good playlist. All right, my dears. As always, I want you to know you are never too much, you're never too late, and you're never too far gone. And you do not have to figure it out all alone. Until next time, take care of your precious self. May you be happy and free. May mine and your healing ripple outward to bless the world with happiness and freedom. Take care of you, and I'll see you soon.